Rightio legends, so this is what we're working with at the moment. So I've got the block all cleaned up, cleaned up the deck surfaces, clean up the timing cover surface, sump, all that jazz. So this block should be all good to go. Crank's been cleaned, so I never took the bearings out of it. Cleaned the main caps up, got all them to go, so I might set yours up and yeah, start getting this crank in this thing. All the other bits haven't been cleaned yet, so that's all ahead of us. But like I say, I'll set yours up and I'll get to putting the crank in first. So this is the old reluctor wheel off it. This is what I was waiting for. So that's the old 6.4 reluctor wheel. And as you can see, I've already fitted the new 6.1 reluctor wheel, so that crank's all good to go. So like I say, I'll set yours up, start getting this thing thrown together, eh? Rightio, so as you can see, I've slotted number 1 and number 2 in, and like I said in the last video, these things have those fracture rods in them, and as you can see, that's all joined up. So I know those fractures are clean, and they've met each other really well, so I'm happy with that. Also, I went ahead off camera and turned the main bolts the extra 90 degrees. I wasn't thinking properly about this because the pickup mounts off the top of that, not under the main bolt itself. So that's why I put these two in. I thought, oh, if I do that, then I'll throw the pickup tube on and do the main up, but yeah, it doesn't need that. So they're all done now, and yeah, I'll set these back up and clean the rest of these pistons and get them slotted in. Rightio, so all them pistons are all in there now, so I think the next step we need to do is get the cam in, put the timing chain on the tensioner, then the oil pump can go on, pick up, and all the rest of that jazz. So like I said in the previous video, this was a new cam. It's only done a couple hundred Ks and they swapped it out. You can see the faint wear marks on it. Apparently it's a bit of a hottie cam. I sat it beside the original one, and it definitely looks to be a good amount bigger. How big, I'm not too sure, but like I say, I'm not really chasing big horsepower anyway, but I would have just put a stock cam in it if I'd have found one. But the bloke I bought all the other bits off, he had this already sitting there, so I thought, oh well, might as well. It never hurts to have a slightly bigger cam, so let's see if I can put this in without putting big dents in the cam bearings. So far so good. Last journal, I can't. It's hanging down a bit. Ah, there it is. Beautiful. Alright. Well, that's a good fit. So I'm happy with that. Now chase up. That's the cam gear. Chain. That's the retaining plate. Retaining plate bolts. Guide bolts. There's the tensioner. Alright, we'll go ahead and get these cleaned up and we'll slot them in. Rightio legends, so I kind of got stuck into this thing off camera. I sort of needed to use all my brain power instead of, talking to you blokes. But I got the cam gear on, which that's a phaser for variable cam time, but that's going to be all turned off. The lifters are not MDS compatible, and I'm turning off in the computer. So, but anyway, I'm just reusing the stock one, so that's tight. I've got the guide on, and I've got the tensioner on. As you can see, there's a little split pin here. So I've preloaded the tensioner so I can install it. And these Hemis have timer marks on them, so you can see, if you can see that mark on that length there, lines up on a dot on the gear. And also those two dots there, those two lines there, I don't know if you can see in there, there's a line on the gear as well. So that's how these things are timed. So this should be all good. And if I pull that split pin out, that tension should, like that. Yep, so that now that's got tension on it. There's no slack in that chain, so that cam timing should be all sweet. Should be able to go ahead and bang the oil pump on it now. And then I'll look at whether I do the timing cover, then the sump. That's probably the next logical choice. So yeah, I'll probably go ahead, clean that oil pump up, and look at timing cover. Alright, yeah, so I got the oil pump all cleaned up here. These don't seem to run many gaskets or O-rings for much of this stuff, like the cam plate. The cam retaining plate doesn't, the oil pump doesn't, so everything's all cleaned up. And this should just drop on there if it's lined up thereabouts, which doesn't look like it is. Rotate it around a little bit. Oh, must be idiot proof. Oh, there we go. Alright. That should just be a matter of bolting that down. And then once that's bolted down, I can look at fitting the pickup tube. Look at putting the timing cover on. Then once the timing cover's on, yeah, I can do the pickup tube and the sump and all that jazz, I think. So Don't mind the background noise, it's just the wife on the lawnmower. Rain hasn't stopped up this way, so we whenever the sun's shining, yeah, if we're not busy, we're mowing. So, but it's looking nice and green, so. Alright, well that's the oil pump sorted. I've got the timing cover over there. I've got to knock the old seal out of it first. So we'll do that and yeah, round up some bolts, see if we can get the timing cover on. Rightio, so got the new O-ring installed on that timing cover. Now this thing didn't come with a water pump or the timing cover bolts. I've got a stack of bolts that I'll see if I can make work, but obviously all the water pump bolts, I can't really do much with that there. I might stick one or two in, but obviously I've got to round up a water pump to make it work properly. But for now, just to set it on there, I'll put whatever bolts in it I can. Yeah, that's one. I think that's one I can get. I think one of these water pump. Yeah, one of those water pump holes I can get for now. Alrighty, well that's tacked on there. I'll, like I said, I'll see if I can round up some more bolts just to get that gasket set properly. Yeah, we might see if we can roll it over, do the pickup tube and the sump, eh? Well, it looks like much like the timing cover, I've outsmarted myself. I grabbed a heap of M8 bolts, but no M6 bolts. So I don't have any bolts to put in the sump, but I do have the old 4 bolts from the reluctor wheel, so I'll just bang them in for now. So obviously the sump's gonna have to come off. I've got to put a little bit of glue in the corners. I'll get the right bolts tomorrow, but at least that'll keep the crap out of the engine for now. So I'll rotate this thing over, probably look at throwing the new lifters in it, putting the hold down brackets on those on, and then yeah, clean these heads up and see if I can bang them on, eh? Rightio, so I've got the lifters soaking in there. You can see the air bubbles coming out of them, so we'll give them half hour or something to, yeah, fill up the oil, have some dinner. We'll come back, throw these lifters in, the heads on. Rightio, so them lifters have been soaking for probably over half an hour now, so we'll load them back into the carriers there. And we'll shove them in their respective holes. Slippery little suckers. Oh, those ones are in. Oh, that's that side done. Move on to the other side. Alright, lucky last. Yep. Beautiful. Oh, I'll clean these, get the oil off those deck surfaces. Heads are already clean, so yeah. Clean this up and bang some head gaskets on and let's get these heads on. Rightio legends, so I got the push rods cleaned up and installed. I've lubed both ends of them, so try and get these rocker shafts on now. And this side, there's a bit going on here, so you might have to bear with me. I'm not sure which ones go where exactly, but I have to try and dummy fit them here a bit, I think. Okay, so that's, that one's got an eye on it, so that's intake. So I'm guessing that's exhaust, so that probably goes down the bottom. See if we can line this up. It's easier said than done. Ah, okay. There's two different length push rods too. Oh man. They're all, yeah, see the different length? Pick up on that. So they're all long ones too. Four short ones there. Alright, so short ones are for the intake. For the exhaust. Alright, so what are we missing here? So we need four short ones, are they? Four more short ones. Rightio, legends. Well, I just had a look for the other push rods and I can't find the last four intake ones. I know this motor was missing one side of the intake ones, but I thought I got another set of push rods, another set of complete ones, but it looks like I've just got extra exhaust push rods, so I can't finish putting all the push rods in today, so I think I'm going to button it up here. Like I say, I've got a bit of a shopping list of timing cover bolts, sump bolts. Now I need push rods. I've also got to round up a harmonic balancer for this thing, and the harmonic balancer bolt and the sensor that goes in there. So yeah, unfortunately I just got way too many missing bolts for this thing to button it up. So we had a good run on it. We got all the, I got the crank in it, got the pistons in it, got the heads on it, so pretty happy with that. But yeah, I've just hit too many roadblocks, so I'm gonna have to shut it off today. And yeah, I'll do some shopping, and then in the next video I'll do on this thing, it'll either be together or I'll finish it off. We'll get the transmission bolted to it and get it in the tow truck, eh? So as always, I appreciate you watching. If you can do us a favour, like, comment, share and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one.